this is not the video I set out to make. This video was supposed to be about the new Hubitat Elevation C8 Pro hub and Hubitat's newish implementation of Matter to the platform. But in the middle of editing it, well, to fully understand, we need to take a step back, all the way back to the year 2020. Okay, nobody wants to relive that year, it sucked. All right, let's go back to 2022, in the dark ages of home automation before the Matter standard was introduced. You remember how complicated owning a smart home could be? Just to buy a simple motion sensor, you had to make sure it communicated on the same protocol as your hub, and that your hub had a driver for it. Pairing devices could be difficult, if not impossible. Devices could drop off your network for seemingly random reasons. And if you had more than one hub or ecosystem, good luck. But the introduction of Matter has changed everything. Just kidding. Matter changed nothing, other than to give us one more headache to deal with. But lately, I have been coming around on Matter. The Aqara P2 Matter door and window sensor that I showed in my last video was working great. Not a single issue for weeks. And I've been testing Hubitat's Matter implementation since it came out in December. And well, here's a clip of what I had already recorded for my video about it. Compared to using Matter on Apple Home, Alexa, Homey Pro, and SmartThings, Hubitat has been consistently faster and more reliable than all of them. I dare say they may have cracked the Matter code, assuming they come up with a way to commission Matter devices at some point. So 2 days before I'm set to release the video, Hubitat releases version 2.3.8 of their platform. Now prior to this update, Matter controller functionality was available on model C8 hubs only. With this update, now it was available on C5 and C7 hubs too. Now as a side note, kudos to Hubitat for updating their old hardware so customers are not forced to buy a new hub just to get Matter. A genuine thank you to Hubitat for doing that. So even though my Hubitat Matter video was basically done, I had to test this out. So I fired up an old C7, updated it to 2.3.8, and I attempted to add the trusty Aqara P2 contact sensor via Matter, the only Matter device that hasn't given me any trouble. And this happened. Huh? Do I know what that means? I do not. But I do know that it didn't add the device to the hub, and subsequent attempts and reboots got the same error. Then a few minutes later, the sensor lost connection to my C8 hub. By the next morning, it was no longer working with Apple Home or Homey either. The only way to bring the contact sensor back was to delete it on every single system, reset the device, and start from scratch. So there went my narrative on Hubitat cracking the Matter code. Now, was this particular failure Hubitat's fault? I don't think so. I know the engineer who got Matter working on Hubitat, and he worked his tail off to get it right. It's just what he does. And it was working great until this. But I also don't think it's Aqara's fault either. I mean, considering I've now had issues with every Matter device, every Matter bridge, and every Matter controller that I've tried, are they all screwing up? I don't think so. So I have to believe that the problem is really with the Matter protocol itself. Now, Matter is developed by the Connectivity Standards Alliance, which is run by basically all the big hitters in the smart home universe. And maybe our expectations were a little too high that the fiercest competitors in the tech industry could suddenly put their differences aside, sing kumbaya together, and develop a protocol that actually benefits us. But I didn't set those expectations. They did. Just look at what the Connectivity Standard Alliance is saying on their own website.
One protocol to connect compatible devices and systems with one another. Smart home devices should be secure, reliable, and seamless to use. And with Matter, they are.
I mean, that sounds awesome, but it's all lies. It's all lies. First of all, Matter isn't just one protocol. There's Matter over Thread and Matter over Wi-Fi. Now, technically, I guess it's one protocol with multiple modes of communication or something like that, but the point is, if you have two devices, each with the Matter logo, that is no guarantee that they can actually communicate with each other, and that's a problem. I will grant them the security claim, but reliable and seamless to use? Not a chance. I would trust my kids to actually load their dishes in the dishwasher without me asking for once, more than I trust any of my Matter bulbs or switches to actually respond regularly to a command. Honestly, Matter devices should come with a warning. This device may work great in the future, but right now, it could ruin your marriage. Good luck. Or maybe it should come with a thank you note. Dear customer, thank you for being our guinea pig. Sincerely, Silicon Valley. Because that's what we are. We are their guinea pigs. And we're paying for the privilege. Matter should not be public yet. It is not ready. And they know this. But instead of focusing on fixing these issues, they are much more focused on adding new device types to use the same crappy Matter protocol. I guess what Matter lacks in quality, they're gonna make up for in volume. The reason I'm so worked up about this is that I really want Matter to work. I mean, we need Matter to work. We need more people to embrace home automation. That way we can get better products, lower prices, and fewer weird looks when we tell people that I automated my wife's piano. Matter seems like our best chance for a wider audience to embrace home automation. But not in its current state. It's only going to drive people away. So what are we as smart home enthusiasts to do? Well, that depends on who you are. If you're the type of person who values your time and the happiness of those who share your household, stay away from Matter. Like, my experience is that it is much less reliable and much more of a hassle to use than Zigbee or Z-Wave. You might even lose features of your devices by switching them to Matter. The only real benefit of Matter so far that I can see is that you can connect Matter devices to multiple controllers, but you might have to go through hell to make that happen. So for now, stay away and stay happy. But what about those of us that just have to try the latest shiny things in home automation? Those who, as JFK once said,
"We choose to
automate our homes
in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard."
This is your time to shine, my friends. Be the early adopter you were born to be and put Matter through its paces. But when you do, be loud about it. Write reviews. Talk about it in forums. Sign up to be a beta tester. The CSA and the brands adopting the Matter standard need to know that we're not going to settle for another mediocre home automation protocol. Oh, and maybe plan a trip to Disney World with your family to compensate them for putting them through the Matter experience. As for me, I will continue to buy and test Matter devices because I have a YouTube channel and I'm a glutton for punishment. I still believe Matter can be great, and I want to let you folks know when and if it ever is. But I also believe companies should not be treating their customers like guinea pigs. So please, everybody at the Connectivity Standards Alliance, get your together before acting like you don't stink. Oh, and as for the Hubitat Elevation C8 Pro hub, it has all the same excellent automation capabilities and features of the original C8 hub, along with its uniquely craptacular user experience. But the C8 Pro comes with a faster processor and more RAM, so pages load faster and it shouldn't get bogged down from low memory. If you're looking to switch to Hubitat, that's the hub I would definitely go for. As far as upgrading from a regular C8 hub, if you haven't had any issues with your current hub, there is really no reason to upgrade. But if your hub is sluggish or freezes up occasionally, the C8 Pro should definitely help. For a full review of the original Hubitat C8 hub, click this video right here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.